The SGC Foundation is grounded on the principles that you don't need a title to be a leader and you can't have too much fun helping children. As such, the foundation provides fun and recreationally related activities that benefit children. The foundation's focus is to bring individuals and organizations together into a partnership where all are treated as equals with the end result of making today and tomorrow a better place for children of all ages. Most importantly, it's all for the kids. And remember, if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. To donate to the SGC Foundation, please go to www.sgc-foundation.org. Thank you for your support.
Welcome to It's All for the Kids. I'm Stevie G, and we got Seth Graham all the way from what, LA? Or is it
Arizona?
Phoenix?
Arizona. I'm in Arizona right now. Yep.
Wow, man. So what's the temp out there? About 105?
You know what? I have been outside earlier. I went to the gym, but it'll get up there. Probably get up there to 105 or so.
Shazam. So, hey, so what you been up to since we were together playing a little golf there in May?
Yeah, you know what? Just both my kids are athletes. I have a high school athlete, so they're finished up school, getting all his training, and my youngest one's training all set up, and just vacations and things like that, and a lot of sports related stuff because it's a big sacrifice to get to the next level for everybody. But my son wants to be a college football player. He's going into his junior year. He's on varsity, so I spend my time between my acting stuff, the nonprofit Phoenix chapter of Scholar Athletes, which is also a national organization where we have Black Scholar Athletes have 3.0 GPA or higher. They're on the team or starting. We're having a banquet here in Phoenix on the 23rd of June, and it just goes to show that hey. People work hard. Not everybody needs saving. There's people out there doing things of all races and backgrounds, and we just happen to be focused on our scholar athletes, which many of them, make it to the NFL or become doctors or businessmen and family men and so on.
So that's awesome because I know that is your son going to sneak into DK's camp out there in Phoenix this summer?
I don't know. On June 8th, ASU football team has a positional camp. So my son is a linebacker, so he'll be down at ASU doing a positional camp, and it kind of gives them a little glimpse of him. We were also going to go down to Kansas, University of Kansas, but I had some family situations, so we had to cancel that. But next year will be a lot of different schools working out at their camps they do for elite high school athletes. So.
Oh, I know that. Hey, well, what was it? I think Big Mike Bankston played linebacker, didn't he? Or did he play defensive line that was there?
I think it was D-line. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a couple guys in town. Lorenzo Alexander that my son's probably gonna be working with, and I've built some relationships, and I don't want to name drop too many people, but a couple Philadelphia Eagles and a couple linebackers are nice enough to text my son that are in the league and give him some mentoring.
Well, that's also cool, because you got Marlon Greenwood that played linebacker that's head of the NFL Alumni Association up there in Nevada, right, in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And he's always doing camps at least a couple times a year. And he's even building, I think they're even building a room or a building out there at one of the Nevada colleges around Vegas. Not LU, not Las Vegas University, but the other ones that are down there south that he's actually participating in getting a building built for the kids to come there and do classwork and
good
on the field and everything.
Yeah, Vegas doesn't. When I was there for the Super Bowl, it doesn't seem like they have a good structure for the kids as far as football and stuff. So that place, it seems like it's wide open for these kids needing some professional training, from what I saw briefly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you still getting out and playing a little golf early in the morning, seeing how it's probably pretty hot out there now that it's June?
Oh yeah, you know what? I was able to go out yesterday with a buddy, and you know what? I played pretty well. an unorthodox stance on my drive that I was always, a little hesitant to use. And then yesterday I was like, screw it. This helps me hit the ball straight and longer, and reduces pain. I deal with some pain, so if it can take that, make it a lower impact, and the ball goes straight, I don't care if it's unorthodox. It works for me.
Well, I know that, but don't you all you guys have some pain? I mean,
Oh
y'all
yeah.
been banging around a little bit. I mean, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely. It's something in life that you live with, that you just got to take care of yourself. And I recently changed up my diet a little bit more to lowering my carbohydrates, and lowering that inflammation. It's all about that, lowering inflammation as healthy as you
oh,
can.
you're not taking on Tom Brady's diet, right? With all the avocados.
Uh, you know what? No, I don't have that kind of money, Tom Brady money, and all those problems. But if that works for him, I was on a low carb, you know, diet that worked for me, and I would just up the carbs as needed. Your body does go through a change, a little bit, but it's worth it in the end once you get onto a good system of things. And everybody's got their own thing. So mine's
Oh,
top,
I know that.
yeah, Tom Brady's
Yeah.
works for him. I like to still have a drink and have a cigar here and there on occasion.
Well, that's why, Big Mike Banks is always busted on DK because he told me when we did the Phoenix tournament out there a couple of weeks ago that I needed to have a couple gallons of milk for DK to drink.
Milk.
Yeah,
That
the DK didn't drink, but we had to have milk for DK to
oh,
drink.
that'd be
So
funny, Jeff. If I ever see milk on the golf course, I don't know. If I ever see it in his golf cart, I might throw it out of there. There's no place. Maybe chocolate milk in the golf in the cart there, but no regular milk. That's just come on.
oh, I know that. Well, and I told him, I said, well, the closest thing I can give you milk would be those pudding shots that we use to milk to make the pudding shots, but it
Okay.
also has a little bit of screwball whiskey in that
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that pudding cup. So
I don't
hey,
know if he would like that surprise. He might come after you if you did that to him. He might come after
yeah, because nobody's ever told me why, right? I mean, I've got some Marine Corps buddies that don't drink because if they did, they'd be tearing up the place and getting into
you. Sure.
fights and all kinds of stuff. So they kind of quit that taking adult beverages.
Yeah, you know what? I'm here and there. It just depends. If I'm with a lady friend, or I'm out at a business networking thing I got coming up tonight. I might have one, but it's all lifestyle choice. As long as you're being responsible and safe, and you're not hurting anybody, and enjoy a drink and have fun. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So hey, so I see where you did a little law enforcement. So are you
Yeah.
doing security work or actual
No,
wearing the badge for the Arizona State Highway Patrol?
no, I never worked for them particularly, but I'm retired from law enforcement. Not doing any kind of security or private security or anything. But that is something I did want to do in my retirement, and I actually went out to NFL, one of their headquarters that is out in Venice Beach. Met with NFL security, got the tour of the whole building. My kids got to sit in the studio when they're broadcasting the actual show, be on stage and sit in Deion Sanders little had a room at that time, and be on the table where they do the interviews. But that's all great and good. But when it came down to it, dealing with some health issues, both mentally and physically, and I decided it's just best for me to take care of my health, and be with my boys, and do volunteer work when I can. I think that was the best thing for my health overall. So that's why I just keep myself. I stay in my circle, so to speak. The acting, the sports stuff, and then I'm interested in learning about commercial real estate. So that's kind of my wheelhouse, and my faith is very important to me too as well.
Oh, I know that. So, hey, I was glad to meet you. When we did the Phoenix deal, smoking cigars, and of course, we've got new cigars coming out with the Screwball whiskey, and I got David Chin that was there. The big Asian guy that stands like 6'4", 6'6", and I got him talking to the owner of Screwball because he's from Korea and came to America, but I think he was like an orphan or had, I don't want to say diabetes because you shouldn't be eating peanut butter, right? Because it's got sugar. But I can't remember what it was, but that's all he had as a kid. So when he came to America, he just ate peanut butter sandwiches. So that's why he got into doing the flavor of peanut butter in the whiskey called Screwball. So I got David. Yeah. And lives out in LA. So I got David. Yeah. You know, kind of a funny combination, right? I grew up on peanut butter, so I'm going to put peanut butter in whiskey. But hey, so we're working with him to see if we can't get them to be a sponsor of the next tournament in Nashville. Of course, we did our first pickleball, you know, mixer, a little bit of hitting pickleball back and forth. So learn that, you know, it's like you know, learning lines and doing acting is kind of like you learn golf. The tournaments, you know, we've done them for over 20 some years, so it's easy to do. But pickleball is like a whole new learning curve. So
yeah, I never played it. I've seen it. I really don't. I know it's like a combination of like you know, table tennis and real tennis. I assume. I think.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of reminds me of being table tennis that you're just standing on the table hitting a ping pong ball, right?
Yeah.
And it's amazing because it's basically a wiffle ball, right? Because it's a ball with holes in it, so it looks like a wiffle ball that you can spin it, you know, hit it up, down, and curve it. Because I've got buddies that their kids play wiffle ball, right? And they were high school baseball players, and I'm like, wiffle ball, you know, what kind of? And then I went and watched them play, and I'm like, man, they're throwing that ball faster than you think, and they can make it dive down, raise up, all kinds of stuff with it. So
it's amazing what people can make a sport. Like anything can become a professional sport, and it doesn't mean it's going to get the same viewership. But I know it's gone professional with the pickleball, and
you know it. It's on
crazy.
ESPN. They got major tournaments like on the weekends on ESPN.
Hey man, if there could be tag, if there's professional tag, there can be anything.
You know, and you're out there in Arizona, and Arizona State, I think, was one of the first universities to pick it up to have a, you know, a collegiate pickleball team to go play other universities.
It's insane. It's insane.
Can you imagine that? Getting this? Hey, what'd you get your scholarship in? You know, electronics or engineering? No, I got it in pickleball.
Wow. Yeah, anything's possible. You know, that's you know, if it works, if people like it, I can't imagine people wanting to go watch it and pay for it. But it is what it is, and somebody enjoys it. People enjoy it, so it's fun. You know, I'm willing to try it.
Well, we tried it. We got connected with Valair, you know, pickleball manufacturer of the paddles, because I kept asking them, is it a racket or is it a paddle? And consensus is it's a paddle, and they're putting the Dreamcatcher logo on the paddles and being able to sell those and raise a little money for the kids, like we are with the cigars and other things. So I mean, you know, we'll try anything once, right? I mean, hey, if there's people out there to market to purchase them, hey, why not jump in it, right?
Exactly. I mean, you got your pulse on something. Why not? That's how it's done.
Yeah. So, hey, I hope you can make it to Nashville. I know Reggie Grant, you know, is coming in, and we're gonna do a workshop that he did when he was in Vegas.
Okay.
You know, that I actually spoke at, which I couldn't believe he invited me to come speak at it, because I was just like, hey Reggie, I'm just Stevie. You know, you got people that have major letters after their name, you know, and you know, several dollars in their bank account and stuff. But we're actually going to do one of those sports and business workshops there in Nashville the day before the tournament.
Yeah.
And then that night we're going to do the pre-tournament reception with some live music, and then go play golf the next day down there in Nashville.
Yeah, you know what? It's some place that I wanted to go, and now I have an excuse to go. So I got to, you know, see what the hotels and all the stuff looks like. And
well, we got the hotels at the government rate out by the airport, so everybody's got a free shuttle to and from the airport. And then lift rides are the best way to go down to Broadway Street, because that way you don't have to park. Remember where you park the car. Because, I mean, it's just a pain to park down there, to find a place or in a parking garage or what have you. So it's just easier to get Lyft. You know, even teaching the NFL guys, like, hey man, it's a whole lot smarter. Just get in a Lyft or get in Uber. They'll drop you off. They'll come pick you up. You just tell them where you are. They'll come pick you up and bring you back. So we're gonna go spend. Some of us flying on Tuesday, go down there, but definitely Wednesday night be down there at down on Broadway Street, up and
Yeah.
down that street with
And
Tootsie.
that's in September. The weather's still good, and I'm sure that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so I'm interested. So we'll see if we can make that work.
Yeah, it's the 25th and 26th, and like I said, Reggie's going to do his workshop there at the hotel. Then from there, probably have people that want to play pickleball that's not at the workshop can go play a little pickleball in that afternoon, and then that night we'll go down to Broadway Street, and then the next morning go play a little golf.
Hey, that sounds like a good time. That sounds right. Nothing. And some good Tennessee. I'm sure the barbecue's good down there. I believe that's what they're mainly known for.
Yep, the barbecue's good, and then we can even go. Blake Shelton's got a place called Old Red, so we could go get some barbecue at his place. Kid Rock's got a place right across the street from his. Margaritaville's on the other corner, and then down the block is Tootsie's, where all the different musicians are playing for tips. There's a bar in between called the Stage. So there's plenty to do, plenty of food to eat, up and down that street as well. So it should be a good time.
Oh yeah, that should be. And I like a variety of music, and one of them is country, and I feel like country and kind of reggae are different and similar, where they're both talking about life and a lady, and more positive than other music out these days. So
yeah, it. We don't even have to mention, but we know that. And also what I love is that everybody can get together, everybody have a good time and just relax, tell stories. And anytime you get around to any of the NFL guys, I know JC Pearson's going to fly in from Kansas City and come on down and be there. You always get to find out and hear all the different stories of what went on while they were playing in the NFL about injuries and, the doctor because in that day and age, they were giving them shots for this, and it's just say, hey, concussion. Well, how many fingers you see? And they always go, well, okay, you can get back in the game. So it's always kind of interesting to see what took place or what they did, or Big Mike Banks is always picking on DK. Said, yeah, I remember DK when I first met him when I was a rookie. I just knocked him on his butt a few times.
Yeah, that's like a full circle thing. And little did they know they'd be retired in the same place and be good friends.
Yeah, it. And like I said, there's some of them, like, Reggie lives over there in LA. He's coming out to put his sports workshop together. So you got like David Chin coming as part of GTIF and that National Athletic Collegiate League, that's doing all the gaming, right? He teaches at 10 different universities gaming.
Wow.
You're like, gaming. I thought that's that Nintendo deal where you just give the kids something to do, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that there's a whole entourage of that deal. People playing playing those gaming, and contests and.
Oh yeah, it's big.
I
forget the exact name of it, but yeah, I was in Washington D.C. one time, and they had a big gaming tournament of various. First they call them first player shooters, or there's the Madden football, which is real big. And actually, I played in Topgolf. They hosted a gaming tournament, and I played Madden against Madden football against some of the guys.
See, there you go. See, that's what I'm getting at. You can do. There's so much going on out there. Like you said, you can turn anything into, a gaming or TV or whatever you want that's out there. If you think about it and get going, who would ever thought flag football would be in the Olympics, right?
Oh yeah, it's really that's especially for the girls. That's really become a big thing in Arizona. I got to interact with during a football camp. There was young ladies there, and they were all competitive flag football players. And the Olympics and USA Football was out there and took a couple of the girls' names down. And so it'd be nice to have a few Arizona. They're all high school age out there in the Olympics because they want them, they want them to start so they can. Olympics being every 4 years, you
Right.
probably can only play in it maybe 2 or 3 times, and then your career's over. Olympic
Well,
career.
yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
no, man, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, not only that, but the boys, David Chin and those guys, threw down the gauntlet a couple nights ago about the NBA. When you mentioned the NBA in Vegas there, well, there's this,
Yeah.
I don't know if
Summer
it's called
league. Yeah.
I don't know if it's called the Summer League, Super League down in Miami, where there's like a couple of them play on per team, or their whole team is
Yeah.
NBA
There's.
guys.
I'm not sure what that is, but Ice Cube has that 3-on-3 where there's a couple retired NBA guys that play in that. But what's unique about the summer league in Vegas is that you have guys from Europe, you got guys right out of college, you got guys that've been in the league trying to get back in the league, and I think it's like their 20th anniversary coming up. So I hope it doesn't get ruined. It's the best secret in sports because for $50 you can see 3 games and sit wherever you want. So that makes it really unique. And they play 10-minute quarters. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So David Chin and his partner Mike Lucas turned around and talked to me the other night about that. This kicks off like down in Miami on July 3rd.
Okay.
And through August 20th. So they kind of threw down the gauntlet of doing a charity golf tournament around it down in Miami. And
that'd be something.
And anybody that throws it down and says, "Hey, Steve, you want to do it?" I can't say no, right? It's like volunteering. If somebody said, "Hey, can you be in Phoenix next week to go play in this charity event?" My sticks would be right there, packed up, ready to go, get on a plane. So we're looking into doing it either on August 6th or August 8th down in Miami.
Okay.
We played in the morning, but dude,
now this coming up August or next August?
No, this August.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've had some girls that were like on a future, LPGA tour and played on the big break of the Golf Channel that lived down there. So I reached out to Jackie Gonzalez about it, and she reached out to her friends that she knew. So it looks like we may be using Trump National Golf Course where the Doral, is.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So it looks like we're going to use one of their golf courses on either August 6th or August 8th down in this August. So we're going to do an event in August in Miami, an event in Nashville in September, and then, of course, we got the one on the beach in Panama City Beach in October.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
You know what? If it ain't fun.
Go to 2 out of 3 of those, and I like to have fun, but I'm also helpful and good ideas and great with people. So you can count me in for maybe definitely one of those.
Hey, you're welcome to come to any one of them, all 3, 2, 1, whichever. Because, like I said, if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. And what's a better way of doing it? Playing a little golf, and hey, they even got me out there hitting pickleball. Okay, at 68 years old, I even learned how to hit the ball a little bit.
And that's good, and that's great. That's always good to learn something new. There's never too late to learn anything new.
No, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, and it's a lot easier to play I figured it out. If you're going to do it, it's a lot easier to play doubles than singles because you got less running you got to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to run side to side of that court. You only got a little space you got to sit in, so.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, I mean, Seth, I'm looking forward to you, making it out to, any of them. And, look, I always got the cigar, so all you got to do is just text me and I can ship you some.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I like that. I like that concept of dipping them, and I think that adds a little bit more excitement to it.
Yeah, because like I said, we got the Kahlua ones, we got the double. Everybody there was smoking the ones with the double Maduro with the bourbon in them, and of course we got the plain Habanas that are 100% Cuban. And then now we got some made with screwball because we came up with, some of us drinking and said, hey, let's just try that. Because, we've done cognac, our guys up there, Chris Williams and DK and Mike Bankston all wanted some made up with double Maduro and cognac. So we've done the cognac in them.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's, I mean, like I said, it's always what's next and what concept is next, and, be ahead of the curve and And then the next, you know, a lot of cigar places or cigar companies will follow suit, you know.
Oh, well, look. I mean, what is it? Arnold Schwarzenegger's got a whole video on how you infuse it with tequila, and that was
Huh.
the first one we did was tequila with Cazul tequila. In it. The first ones we infused were infused with tequila, and then we moved on to the other ones. So we can do almost anything. We've done, like I said, we've done vanilla vodka and
Mhm.
Godiva chocolate liqueurs for
Oh,
Christmas,
wow. Wow.
cigars.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll have
There's
to get some of those because I plan to go to Costa Rica for Christmas. So that'd be nice to, and hopefully Costa Rica's fine with that. That'd be nice to have some of those with me.
Well, it should be because all you gotta do is put them in your luggage, put them in your
Zip
carry-on
lock it.
luggage,
Yeah.
and there's nothing in them that they won't say you can't do it. And like I said, it's been a really kind of great hit, and you won't believe this, but I think we're getting actually more women to smoke the cigars and buy them than the men. And I
Wow.
don't know if
Okay.
they're buying them for themselves. I know they're smoking some, but they could be buying them for their husbands too, or
Yeah. You know what? But they are that millennial group is like I said. There's a young woman. Well, young woman. She's 40, but in that group, she likes cigars. So I have a few at the house, and she doesn't mind some whiskey and a cigar, and you know, I think that's an attribute. You know what I mean? It's the more commonalities you have, and you know, women are golfing more. So if you get women that are smoking cigars and golfing and having a good time, you know, you know, that's all's welcome is what I'm trying to say. You know, everybody's
well,
welcome.
and it's just like Mona that was there, in Phoenix, one of the girls that was roaming around and everything with the pudding shots and cigars. She's actually involved in a new cigar lounge being opened up in
Hmm.
Tampa that's
Okay.
going to be like the 30s, maybe the 50s. I forget which era, but anyway, of Cuba.
Hmm.
Okay. With the whole decor and the people working it are all going to be dressed in that Cuban attire. And
Hmm.
she's already reached out about using some of our cigars in their
Oh,
cigar.
good.
So,
Yeah, I have
uh,
a friend over there in Fort Lauderdale, and I was somebody said, "Oh, go to this cigar spot." So I found it, but I didn't know. It's like, yeah, which one? You know, what's the good ones, right?
yeah,
So
exactly.
it
And
takes
I'm,
you.
I'm the same way. I mean, I wasn't even that much of a smoking cigar guy, except whenever I would travel on business with guys and we'd go to a cigar lounge. And like in Phoenix, there's that one up there near 59 Steakhouse or 59 Steak that's up there that Red DK knows the owner because he owns that one and he owns one down in Chandler. And
Mhm.
so I know that place, and we've gone there a couple times there in Phoenix.
Yeah, anytime you can, like I said, I'm more like a celebratory person with it, or just I'm in the mood for it. I'm not like every time I golf or every time I'm out, but on the occasion I do it. I think it's more enjoyable. Some things in life, the less you do is more enjoyable than more. So when it's that celebratory, that fun, getting some young ladies involved, then that brings out the fun in everybody, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, and it makes it kind of special, right? Like a special
Yeah.
occasion. Like the time that we were up that way, went to that steak place for dinner with DK and John Pettis' former, coach at, Nevada Reno, and went in there and, you sit back and have a bourbon and a cigar, after dinner. It just kind of tops off the night kind of thing.
It really does. Yeah. I mean, if you're out golfing earlier and everybody's enjoying themselves, it's really a nice ending to the evening for sure.
You bet. Well, you said that you're practicing some lines and you got to go for an audition. So I guess we ought to let you go so you can go study, huh?
Yeah, you know what? Wish me luck. It's actually a company in I believe Louisiana. Um, so I try to stay primarily in Arizona. My goal with acting is to be a Jake from State Farm type locally here in Arizona. But I like to try to go to those other markets. I'm not really, an LA market kind of guy. I don't really want to get into the mix of that because you know how all that stuff can be. So I
Oh,
like
yeah,
to
we definitely know how that is.
yeah, yeah. So I like to try to like, hey, if I can get things going in other states, Colorado, Utah, and get that clicking, and then that'd be a real positive thing for me. So that's what I'm working towards.
Well, what's cool is if you get the Louisiana gig, down
Hmm.
there in New Orleans, You know where the Super Bowl is next year, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm hoping to go help again. Last year I helped with Lee Steinberg. I took a sports agent class and I built a relationship with him. And me and my son went out to the Super Bowl and helped him out. So hopefully they'll call me back to help out again. And he's an amazing guy. Uh, Patrick Mahomes' agent, and the story goes on. Jerry Maguire and all that stuff. So he's the real deal, and he's a good man. So hopefully I'll be down there with him, helping out again. That'd be great.
Well, I got a little secret for you that you probably already know. You know that you need to pack your sticks because that Tuesday of that week we're doing our charity golf tournament on Tuesday down in New Orleans with all my peeps that I know down there. So Tuesday.
Great.
Yeah, so Tuesday's going to be the golf tournament for the kids of the Children's Hospital down there in New Orleans. And also that following day, Reggie, we got it worked out at the golf course that he's going to host his business and sports workshop down there at the golf course. And then, maybe a little pickleball because they got like 4 courts set up so we can actually do the mixer right there at the golf deal. And then, Mike Bankston and I have been talking about doing that cigar party that he did in Vegas on that Thursday night, locating a place in New Orleans to post that. So, you can come down and play a little golf and, bring down everybody to come hit the golf ball on that Tuesday. We're working on the different restaurants, okay, like I played in there one in every year at the end of October. And so I know I can get all those folks to come play. But more importantly, we usually have like a restaurant or another person having food on every hole. So you got 18 different holes of food, 18 holes of different, adult beverages on the holes, beverage carts running around with the adult beverages and non-adult beverages for the day. So it's kind of like a gauntlet. See if you can make it through all 18 holes.
Yeah, that sounds fun, and I'm just remembering. I know a buddy who works for the Pelicans. I believe he's still there, so that might be another thing there to add to the fun.
Oh yeah, because like I said, it's open to everybody to raise money for Actually, it's for Children's Hospital, and then the golf course. The chef down there has a foundation to raise money to help, the underprivileged and the needy down there. So we're going to do both.
That's good.
Helping folks that need the money for food and that type of deal of the orphanage down there, as well as Children's Hospital.
Okay.
So it's going to be a good time. It'll be a full week. I mean, it's already a full week with Super Bowl. Let's don't kid ourselves. But we're going to throw in a few added, events of if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it kind of thing.
Yeah. So I end up going down there. Hopefully, like I said, if Lee needs me, that'll work. That'll put icing on the cake for more activities and help you guys out too. So yeah, let's definitely keep that pencil that in and then see what happens. But I really appreciate you having me on. It was a lot of fun, and
Hey, look, you're welcome to come on anytime. I look forward to hitting the golf ball again, and I'll probably be back out in Arizona probably next month or two, just because with the VA and doing the energy conservation stuff, being with the VA. So I'll let you know whenever I'm in town.
Please do. Yeah. And I have some veterans contacts there that might be good for you.
Super, man. So hey, with that, go practice up your lines, okay? So you get that.
I need it. I need to. Okay.
All right, Seth. Thanks for coming on.
All right, buddy. You have a great one. Thanks for having me.
You got it, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do you like a good cigar? Not me. I like a great cigar. And if you enjoy a great cigar, like these guys, then you want Sgc cigars. Not only do you get a great smoke, but a portion of the proceeds from each cigar goes to help the children. And let's face it, it's all for the kids. And if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. Enjoy.